Hello all, this is Dswank. I am currently looking at a game called Wildstar. Now this is an MMO, came out quite some time ago, and I recently got to play it along with Fuzz on his live stream, and I enjoyed it quite a bit, quite a bit. I thought it was just going to be another generic WoW clone. And it's not. Unless WoW has changed significantly since the last time I played it. To start with, it is a science fiction themed MMO. You have like spell slingers that use pistols to shoot spells and all that sort of shenaniganry, but on the surface it's science fiction. You've got two different groups, the Exiles and the Dominion. The Dominion is the Empire sort of thing, the darker of the two groups. I won't say the bad guys, but the darker of the two groups. The Exiles are the idealists. And I guess you could say the Empire are the realists, the Exiles are the idealists. But they're at war over a planet that they find that is the homeworld of this ancient alien race that founded the Empire. And you have the two factions are fighting over this planet, and you have 4 races per faction. Humans are on both. You've got these little rat-looking things, and then on the Dominion side, and you've got these more, they're rodent-looking, but they're more like the Nico, the cat girl sort of race with the ears and more humanoid features on the Exiles. You've got basically a not tiefling, and on the other side you've got this hovering dude that's like reminds me of some of the ethereals that I have seen in other fictions. But it's fun. It's got a relatively robust character creator, which I enjoyed messing around with. And yeah, there's not much that I can complain about. It plays a lot like Secret World when the Secret World first came out. The leveling is completely different, but the mechanics, you shoot with the ranged character. You have an arc that you shoot in, and you can kill multiple things through it. It's got a very silly note to the game, in that when you kill multiple things, you have an announcer that's double kill, triple kill, sort of thing. And that's interesting. Same thing happens when you level up. He announces something, and it's fun. It's goofy. I like it. And it's one of those games that, well, it's now a free-to-play game, so it is somewhat cluttered by that fact. And where I ran into those issues, it was somewhat irksome. But considering it's free to play, I can put up with quite a bit of irksomeness. Now, let's see. We only got through basically the starter area during Fuzz's stream, and what you're seeing here is just kind of a random segment of me playing along with Fuzz. But it was fun. it was fun. You had random quests, you had random goals that would pop up. Kill a. And it looks like its story is a lot like Secret World in the fact that there's very little doubling back on areas you've already been if you follow the main story and at each stop during the main story do all the side quests. You only have to double back if you've missed the side quest when you're focused on the main story. Which I like because you don't get bored of an area. You do all the quests in the area, you go on to the next. You do, and you don't have to double back to. Ooh, excuse me. Back to other areas that are you've played through and they're no longer important to you because you're too high level to care about anything that's there. I did like the shield mechanic in it, that you have a shield that's takes most of the brunt of the damage over your health. At least that's how my character ended up. I don't know if I'm playing it correctly or not. But yeah, I like that. I like the fact that you can interchange your skills on your number bar, however you want to phrase it. And as you level up, you get more unlocks. You start with 4 ability slots. And by the time, I think I'm level 7 and I have 6 of them unlocked. And I think there's 8 in total. So, and then you have several different skills that you can exchange out into those slots. And customize your character and how they play fairly well. And I like it. Customizing your character so it plays for you is something I really like. And I don't dislike some of the other MMOs I've played, like Neverwinter, because they're fantasy type. I don't groove on fantasy type like a lot of people do. I like modern things and sci-fi things. That's why I groove on Secret World. I like Champions is okay, but I'd play Champions over Neverwinter. I'd play this one, Wildstar, over Champions. The only thing I think I'd play over Wildstar is Secret World, just because I love that game. I love the atmosphere in it. So, while that doesn't sound like a ringing endorsement, it's hard for me to say nothing is going to be better than Secret World for me, so that's not fair to compare the two. Better one to compare it with in genre, but completely different play style. Star Trek Online. They're both sci-fi, but actually even better than that would be Knights of the Old Republic. Wildstar and Knights of the Old Republic, to compare them. And despite having a lot of characters on Knights of the Old Republic, and having played through all the storyline and all that, the feel of Wildstar is a lot better to me. I mean, the other has Star Wars, and that's Star Wars, and that's great, and yay, and Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars, Star Wars. Wildstar is fun and unique and on its own, and it has this weird feeling of, what if you took Warhammer 40k and the Merry Melodies Looney Tunes and just went, crunch them all up and let's see what happens. Because you've got a lot of some of the things that the characters will say were censored when I was messing with it, but that's probably a setting I can change. But a crude and the designs of the Dominion ships just screamed Warhammer 40K, and the Imperium of Man. So, I mean, they didn't quite have the cathedral look, but they were damn close, in my opinion. About as close as they can get without risking a intellectual property lawsuit. So, I really did love this game, and it was so much fun to play, and I really do look forward to returning to it. Now, I'm not going to be carrying any more of this game on my channel, but Fuzz and I will probably continue to play it. Well, let me correct that. If people request it, I will, when I play along with Fuzz, I will go ahead and stream it. But this is one of the few that I will do that with. Because it's fun, it's new for me, and I can do some weird stuff. But this is mostly because the game is great, and a lot of people have forgotten about it. And if you want to see more about this game, to make your decision, see if this is something you like, go ahead, take a look at Fuzz's stream. I'm sorry. The stream from Tuesday, November 21st, 2017. Because it is a lot of fun. I enjoyed this game just in the stylizing of it. So, there you go. I hope you've enjoyed this kind of off-the-cuff armchair review of the MMO Wildstar. If you have, go ahead, leave a comment, tell me what you thought. If it was good enough to justify a thumbs up, a like, a subscribe from anybody, go ahead and hit that. If it really deserves a downvote, do that as well. It'll let me know whether this is a format worth continuing to look at. So, until next time, bye-bye.